Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bonus Action Vibe. Because after a long week of using up your actions in your real life, why not step into this game with us and use your bonus action to just vibe? My name, of course, is Matt, and I'll be your DM. At the table with me are the Rootless Guardians.
Hi, my name's George. I play a half-orc called Iggy, or Geshka. Iggy is a druid sorcerer and loves to play with fire.
Hi, my name is Matthew. I play Nuada, who is a level 12 changeling cleric. He is a very bad cleric, and despite the fact that he takes many forms, he is always the hottest in the group.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I play Nui. She's a human and a bard / warlock. And what else to say? I think she's not the hottest in the group, but she's definitely the most entertaining, I think.
Hi, I'm Dia. I play Orcane. He is a quarter elf ranger druid. He is tall. He is beefy. He is coming for the crown. And he has a heart of gold and a brain of rocks. But we love him. And he is a tank in his heart.
Not true.
In his heart. In his heart. In his heart. Yeah.
Hello, I am Cecilia. I play Ushuaia, who is a Kalistar paladin / sorcerer. She is foreign to these lands, has come to assist Nui on a vision quest, and she's fierce in battle and also fiercely dumb. She's just like a big old dummy with a heart of gold, also a heart of gold. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Big dumbass, awesome in battle, means well, it never lands. It never lands.
Sorry, I got paused for a second. We're not laughing at you, Cecilia, but your audio is something's happening where your voice is just like every couple of seconds it's just going really low and then like
So should I compensate by going really high in the middle, and then that might help. That might help if I then go really high.
No, it's serving Exorcist. It's
Are we sure that that's not just like the result of the COVID that I've just gotten through?
Maybe.
Well, I said it's your inner demons getting out.
Oh god.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take off my AirPods.
Oh god. Actually crying. That's really funny.
Your audio's gone.
You have to change the mic preference. It was just Ceci, bless her, just plowing on through whilst we all try our best not to laugh.
Yeah.
At first, I was looking around because I thought someone was being really naughty and playing like sound effects because it sounded like. Yes. I was like, "Who is it?"
Oh man.
But we still heard.
Nope.
Oh no.
Can't hear you, Ceci. It might be best if you rejoin, like, put your AirPods back in, leave the call, join, like, that's probably the best thing. In the meantime...
I discovered... I was going to ask if we want to play some D&D.
Nah. You are muted.
I'm dying. I think everyone's dying. The only person I'm not sure about who, I don't know if they want to play D&D, is the demon inhabiting Cecilia. Check with them if they're okay with that.
I think they were really excited to play.
Yeah.
It felt like they were eager to join us.
They were clawing to get out. They wanted to be heard. They have a character concept, and I can't wait to hear about it.
Talking about your inner demons.
You have to say something so we know it works.
Does it work now, please?
Yeah. It's working.
Amazing.
Okay, great.
Right.
Okay.
Welcome back.
I miss it. Yes.
Okay. Last we left off, the Rootless Guardians have seemingly found where Kutuzara may well be setting up for his ritual, or at least you found an abandoned mine in which, after a brief amount of searching, you discovered a small group of cultists carrying both the symbol of Larlock and a talisman to Grumsh, the orc god of war, amongst other things, in the process of a ritual that was interrupted by a more native creature, which then began to run wild, crashing through the tunnels until you were eventually able to bring it down, to put it politely. And after a brief inspection of the room, let me open up Albo Radio to remember where we are. After a brief inspection of the room, you used, I believe it was locate creature.
Yes.
And identified in the kind of back end of this cave where water is currently kind of spilling through, not racing rapidly, but there is this continual trickle that's kind of pouring in through the back wall, filling up kind of the ground around you and then spilling off back the way you came. The tunnel is just about wide enough for you to be able to squeeze your ways through, and Pig is currently at the mouth of this tunnel, pointing the direction onward.
Cool. Oh god, I'm moving people.
Let's go.
Pig says it's this way. I'm getting a strong vibe.
Is there a way through?
Water's coming out, but I think it's it might be a bit of a slog from here on.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand again and just see if there's anything like illusory or anything that we're not seeing in terms of that could grant us information around access at all.
Okay. I will say you can make an investigation check further down the tunnel, but I'm going to give you disadvantage because you're using the hand to feel around.
Okay.
I'm just going to pop the little mage hand on the edge of the map here to indicate it's going that way.
8. That's an 8.
Okay, cool. Yes, you send the hand off, and you can just sort of see this faint glow as the amethyst purple hand drifts its way several feet, 10, 15, 20 feet down this corridor, moving gradually further. And it's kind of doing this sort of motion around the edge, but you're unable to determine any more than the fact it is moving through. Seems to be a fairly, I'll say probably about 5 foot, 3 to 5 foot at points radius that it's sort of spinning around as it moves.
It's gonna be a squeeze.
And there's no like obvious path or I don't know, something left behind, like a secret lever that if you pull it, it's like a branch and it opens a passageway, like nothing like that.
Not that you're able to find.
No. Okay.
Wait, am I misunderstanding? Is there not this tunnel in front of us?
Oh.
Yeah. And the mage
So we
hand
just
is
walked
moving
through
down
it.
the tunnel.
Oh, we went down the tunnel.
You could.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought that we were like blocked by the waterfall.
Oh.
So you guys are all just waiting at the open tunnel, and I'm just like looking elsewhere, trying to find. How are we gonna get through this?
You just start digging, like. Who wants to lead the way?
Oh, okay. There's a tunnel. Okay, we should try that way. This way, there's no path. This way.
Great find.
Yeah. Do we have a marching order?
I'll go first. Does everyone here? Can everyone here see in the dark?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see in the dark.
Can I? I've been. Yeah.
I think you should have goggles or something, because there was a point where everyone was able to see in the dark from very early on.
I think I was just silent, but I don't know if I actually can.
It'll be on your senses below saving throws. Below your passive stats.
But also, if you've got
Idea leans in.
Oh yeah, but if you've got an item or something, it'll be in your
Can you
inventory.
see?
No, I have it through an item and it still shows up there.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
I've just realised if you've got it toggled on, it will show there. If you've got goggles of night turned on.
Where? Anyways, yeah, I can. For all intents and purposes right now, I can.
I'm just gonna produce a small
Yeah.
flame and make my way through the tunnel.
Sure.
Actually, I will also use my globe, my ball, my day ball.
Your
Dable.
day ball.
Nice.
Okay. So the order I've currently got on the map here is Iggy, put Pig next to Iggy, Nuda, Ushuai, and the Mage Hand, Nui or Kane.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure.
Mhm.
All right. So Iggy, leading the way through this tunnel, and it's illuminated with Orcane at the back, creating that dim light. It sort of just stretches to just a little bit beyond you, and then beyond that, it's the shades of grey that you're familiar with your kind of natural dark vision. It is a tight squeeze. You're ducking your head. At points, you're having to turn your body sideways to crawl through gaps, and there is this continual flow of water about an inch or two in the ground beneath you, constantly like pushing past. At points, it hits various bits of debris and splashes up your legs, and it's dark and cold and damp. And after probably a good couple of minutes of this gradual winding, it's not kind of super twisty, but there is a natural bend that seems to be taking shape. You do reach a point where the gap the water's coming from narrows down, but there is a passageway to your left that you can feel through the darkness. And so you then step off that path, and you're now walking on more solid earth, a slight upward trajectory, ever so gradual incline again. And leaving that water behind, you leave this kind of sound of it behind you. And you sort of approach at this bend before ahead of you, you can see the passage opening up. And you all, as you follow Iggy round this curve, can see this very dim blue light coming from an opening ahead. Stepping out into that, let me pop up onto Owlbear Rodeo. I should have. So stepping out into the kind of opening here, you can see this large chamber illuminated with these sort of blue, perhaps crystals or something in the walls that seem to be glowing in the darkness here. And there's a few in the water beyond. You can see this about 30-foot wide river almost of flowing water that you can see is sending off from north to south, presumably, filing into that point that you've left behind. Stepping out here, I've just realised, and I think I've got that pretty much right. Let me just double check.
Oh,
I was checking the I was checking the marching order.
It's so pretty.
Very pretty.
So we have Iggy at the front. You would probably spill out, to be fair. So we'll leave it. So you can move yourselves anywhere around that first little bit. But as you come out and begin to step into this opening, there it is. I need this one. So Nui for sure.
Is that you picking your monsters? We'll get this one and this one.
This one, get my little minis ready. No. So as you all begin to spill out into the space, looking around the water rushing past, Nui, something catches your eye, just very distinct, or small, I should say. Where that light is coming from beneath the water as well, you see it sort of flicker, almost like something has passed between between you and the light underneath the water.
Don't follow the light. Okay. Is there any tracks or signs of anybody having walked through here?
Make a survival check.
I'll help you with that.
I
Sure.
will.
No, you will. After kind of seeing something move between me and a light in the water, I'll just like turn back to the team and say, guys, I think there's something in the water.
I will
It
hold it.
might be another one of those creepy tentacle things.
I rolled a 20.
Okay. So Ushuaia and Orkane, you hear Nui beginning to whisper this as you see. This is soft earth that's quite damp in the environment, so it does seem to pick up quite neatly these boot tracks that travel across. Now, as you look closely, they are heading the way you just came from, so they're not going away, and they're not recent. They are within the last day. They're not super old, but they're also not the last 5 minutes. When you compare it to the tracks that you're making, you get a feeling that this is older than the last, perhaps half hour or so. And then as you're kind of ascertaining that, you can hear Nui whispering, there's something in the water.
I want to hold an action.
Probably.
Okay. Any action in particular?
If something comes out of the water, I have my
Arrow knocked.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to start trying to hop along the stones to get to the other side.
I'll mage
Okay.
hand as well, just to see if like the presence of the mage hand does anything.
Okay, let me get Pig out as well. Okay, Iggy, is there anything you're doing?
Yeah, I can't remember if I activated Pig last session.
You had done, yeah.
I did,
'cause
yeah.
Pig was helping you look around. Yeah.
Fantastic. Can I get Pig to follow Nui then, while she...
Okay, yeah, that's fine. And Nuada, is there anything you're doing?
I see these like bioluminescent little mushroom fungal things.
Mhm.
I'm feeding them to
Squelch.
to see if he glows.
Okay, cool. Okay, so, and Ushuaia and Orkane, I've moved you into the middle room there where you were looking at these tracks together, trying to ascertain what that's going on. We'll put the mage hand sort of in the center as it's in the process of crossing. Nui, can I get an acrobatics check, please?
Last time I did an acrobatics check in a cave was like our first session, I think.
Literally the first session. And whilst you're rolling that, I'll just narrate for Nuada. You approach these sort of bioluminescent mushrooms coming out the side of the wall here, and you lift up Squelch, sort of holding him against the wall, like me trying to use Thor to catch a spider in the ceiling. And it just, like these sort of wet, almost like vines of mulch, slap against the wall and begin sucking in, and those little mushrooms and then float up to the surface. And indeed seems to currently be glowing in the dark.
Love that.
That's cute.
Good for Squelch.
Louis, what did you roll?
Good, a dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Aye.
Okay. So, Nui. Pig following closely behind. So you begin sort of carefully jumping between them, and as you get about halfway, the mage hand floating sort of parallel to you across the water, you can see those shadows beginning to rise up. And it's very, very slight and subtle still, but you can see various different, almost like tentacle shapes beginning to rise and spread out through the water. And then...
Tentacle shapes.
Do I notice that?
No, you do not.
Familiar tentacle shapes?
Well, as you are beginning to cross,
Are these
first things
tentacle
first,
shapes?
let me roll.
Have we been acquainted?
Have we shaken tentacles?
Okay. There is a sharp splash of water as this elongated, much thinner than anything you've encountered previously, reaches out and then opens up into this large mouth, with these two large fangs at the front, eyes glowing blue and yellow in the dark, and then closing around the mage hand, which disperses as the mouth closes and then splashes back underwater. You all can now see this shadowy mass that's sort of sliding through the water, various different tentacles floating out in all directions. And I would like everyone to please roll initiative.
I had a held action.
You had a held action. Yes, indeed. You may. It is because it had rolled a stealth higher than your passive perception. The attack reveals its position, but it flashes back under the water, so you'll have disadvantage on the shot, but you can shoot out.
I would love to just kind of put a pin in this moment of just the absolute disgrace of a missed Free Willy moment right here.
You know, I've never seen Free Willy.
Well, now
You're not missing much, to be honest.
that's your homework for this week.
The title kind of gives away the concept of the film.
Wait, you're telling me they do it?
They Free Willy.
Oh my god. That puts my heart at ease.
Alrighty.
You've been so good.
I love it, movie.
Can I get initiative for Iggy?
3.
Ooh.
For Nuada?
6.
Nice.
For Nui?
Oh shit.
20.
For Kane? Okay. Ishwaya?
13.
Tessie, Ishwaya's initiative?
She said 13.
13?
I don't know if you could hear it.
I didn't, but 13, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, okay, whenever you're ready.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
It's +4.
I thought I was.
Is
yeah.
it like 5?
It's just timed out real quick.
Oh.
Initiative 14.
Oh, I see.
And does 16 hit?
It just hits. Roll damage.
Amazing.
If you roll dice on the floor, Dia.
11.
Nice, not bad.
Is it bloody?
You can no longer see it. Or rather, you can now just see the shadow shapes. You're not 100% sure. Although there is this thin stream of, this sort of dark cloud beginning to spread from where the arrow splashed into the water. Nui, for the purposes of not having to worry about you falling into the water every 30 seconds, with that 20 acrobatics, you're able to finish your movement whilst that attack was happening and get safely to the other side. What would you like to do?
So just now, just to kind of picture it, it's sort of like still in the water-ish.
Yes. Yeah. So let me just put a little. I'll put a little color shape for like where where the shadow is. And I've just forgotten I can't move that after I place it. So 1 second, let me do that again.
Did you know maybe it's burrowing under the sediment that's under the water, and because it can move between two things. Energy escape.
Roughly about there.
Okay.
Wait, give me battle music.
I got it.
Unless this tentacle monster has, different plans for it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it did
Sensual
just
music,
try to eat your
perhaps.
mage hand. Yeah, let's.
Well, what's the
I
safe
can do
word?
Have you got any Barry Manilow?
Does it like to play rough?
I can offer you.
Oh.
Go on.
I'm listening.
That was more apathetic than not apathetic. It was sympathetic.
I
Right,
can
Louis,
offer
what are you
you Eldritch Blast.
Pew pew. Alrighty.
Is it just a regular roll?
You will have a disadvantage on this shot.
Yeah. With disadvantage it is 25.
Jesus! Yeah, that hits.
My first one was a natural 20.
Nice.
Aww.
I know. But too bad. You bitch. And it rolled a 9 as well. 15 for the first load of damage. The next two, are they with disadvantage as well?
Nui's first load. The first load of... That's what you said.
Frozen! Oh, a 2. That probably does. Oh wait, that was... Oh, well, disadvantage, then that's going to be the lowest one, probably. So, on to a third.
What was the roll to hit, sorry?
No, for the second round with disadvantage, the first time I rolled the d20 just gave me a 2, so I was just like, that's like probably a fail.
What's the total?
What's the total?
I don't...
13.
Yeah, it does miss. But you're not terribly far off, so it's worth doing the math.
Oh, okay.
I can do a arrow in flesh sound effect. No, not arrow, it's magic. Force missile, here we go.
I got a 15.
15 does not
the
hit,
third one?
unfortunately.
No, okay. That's neat. I'm just gonna finish off by taking a step back out the way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 seems like enough. That's me.
Did you just leave behind a smiley face?
I don't know where that came from.
It's so quaint.
Oh, great.
Okay.
She just leaves flowers and smiles.
So, you now all can see as this the shadow enlarges as it reaches up towards the surface, and these probably 6 or 7 just array of different snakes begin to rise up through the water, and as they do, you can see they're all connected to one body, which pulls back behind it. It has these 2 almost humanoid arms where the shoulders would be, except instead of fingers, they are long, thin claws, several inches in length, and it begins to slither across the water.
Why are you laughing?
10.
It's just horrifying. And we wanted to fuck it.
And it slides towards its attacker, the different heads hissing, the tongues. Well, a head?
Stuff.
I don't know what you want. Head, tongue, right? There are, as Nui, as it rears closer, you can see 6 heads in total. And it attempts... It attempts, first of all, to grab you with those clawed arms. First one's a natural 1. Then it is a dirty 20 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit me. Yeah.
That is 9 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
And then the heads like all shoot down, trying to bite at your skin. That's a 28 to hit.
Well, that'll do it. Yep. It was nice to know you.
That is a total of 30 points of piercing damage.
Oh,
Plus
okay.
11 points of poison damage.
Love that.
As the 6 different heads all begin tearing into your flesh.
I don't mind very well, but I am wounded.
Mm-hmm.
If you are below 41, you'll be wounded. And that was 41 points of damage, so... would you...
We had
Did you have
10 health.
temporary hit points?
Yeah.
I was like, that is half your health, like the amount of damage you just did, plus the claw attack. But anyway, that is its turn. This massive abomination of a creature. Orcane, you're up.
Oh. Newly, don't forget your treats. Well, eat the treats.
Snap. Mid-murder.
You are the treat.
You look peckish.
So is he.
I am going to shoot at it.
Wow.
Solid choice.
Wow.
Does 15 hit?
Unfortunately, does not hit.
Dang it. 17.
Okay, you got this.
17 does hit.
All right, you bastards. Oh, could I have bonus action thing? Yeah, I can. Why
What's
not?
the range on it?
No, I can't. Well, I'm going to favor foe it.
Is that 30 feet or 60?
Favor foe?
Yeah.
There's a range?
Oh no, favorite foe is, sorry, when you hit. Oh yeah, playing a warrior is the range. Sorry, yeah.
Hoi.
Carry on.
I shall. So that's 12 plus 6. That's 12 plus 4. 16 points of damage.
Okay.
Bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Balm of the Summer Court.
Ooh. Spicy.
So that's 8 points of healing to you, Nui.
Oh, thank you.
We're coming. I'm not, but
You're helping.
I'm staying.
Fine.
Ushuaia, that brings us to you.
Even run away. Good for okay.
Okay, so what's the situation with getting across this river?
Do your best.
Give it a good try.
The
Okay,
water
so
is not
15
moving
feet.
super fast, but it is deep enough that if you were to try and swim across it, like you'd have to swim, which is half movement for anyone other than, I believe, Orcane. However, you could, like Nui, run across the stones, but there would be a check involved.
Okay, cool. That's 15 feet of my movement to get to there.
Yep.
I would 100% like to try to get across the rest of the way.
All right. Give me an acrobatics check.
Oh no!
Enjoy the drink.
7.
Was that 7?
It was indeed 7.
Okay. So you jump across. So 20, 25. Your footing slips, and you kind of twist in, splashing into the water. And it takes the rest of your movement to kind of begin to tread water in that position there.
Okay. So am I like on the rocks there then?
So you're treading water in that space.
Oh, I'm floating. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not great. I will. Okay, I'm going to use my action for to move and get on top of the rocks or get across as best as I can.
So you want to do action dash.
Action dash, yeah.
All right, go for it. Make another acrobatics check.
That's a 6.
All right, so you climb up onto these thicker rocks here, 5, and then jump. And where you're now like drenched in water, you jump across the next bit and then slip again, splashing on this side this time. And again, unfortunately, using your movement to keep afloat.
Great. So I've got my bonus action left.
Mm-hmm.
Trying not to do this, but Misty Step and
Okay.
get myself within. Hold on. Actually,
Sorry, I was.
Yeah.
Let me put her back because I was also trying to count out spaces. I'll let you do it. Can you see that when I do that, by the way? The measuring tool.
Counting?
No.
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
No.
There's no
So,
measure.
yeah, on the tools on the right-hand side, there's a set square. If you click on that, you can then measure like 30 feet or whatever. So if you're trying to work out range of spells or stuff, it's quite a handy little quick way of doing that.
So I can definitely get to what's it called? Flanking with Nui. From
Yes,
there.
yeah, that's only 20 feet away.
Yeah, cool. So I shall do that.
I'll pop you in the space. There you are.
And I made it. So that's what I did with my turn.
Good job.
Like
Okay.
bleeding from the nose.
At the end of your turn, you all can see emerging from this sort of cliff edge over by Iggy. This the mini is a singular snake, but it's actually this like swarm of skeletal snakes, completely void of flesh, just slithering down the cliff face towards you, Iggy. And they're going to attempt to bite you.
Don't hurt me, I'm a druid.
They actually have to move into your space, Iggy. They're like swarmed all around your ankles, all up your legs, trying to bite at you with a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, very good. Okay, so it is 11 points of piercing damage,
Gotcha.
and I need you to make a con save.
Oh, please don't. Proficiency.
And this is against poison.
Dirty 20.
Hey.
You succeed. You do not take any additional poison damage.
Whew.
And another set of snakes slithers down from this corner. What's their movement speed? 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, just.
Oh, love it. Great. I'm so happy about that. So
They
actually,
are not, however, close
on.
enough to attack you because they have to be within 0 feet to attack.
Excuse me? Oh,
So
I see.
They can't attack you until they're in your space, but they are within 5 feet.
Okay.
If you would like to use your reaction.
I would like to
Presumably
use
you
my
have.
reaction. Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
They have entered my range,
Mm-hmm.
so I will attack them. That is a natural 20.
Woo!
Okay,
Nice.
so thank you, Dean. Okay, so natural 20. Where's my D10?
Mhm.
Is this a D10? Yeah. Is it?
I'm going to need you to break down damage for me.
Okay. Give me a moment. I will be divine smiting because ain't nobody got time for that. Okay.
What damage type is Divine Smite? Is it Radiant?
I believe so, yes. Let me triple check
just-
for you, but yeah. Divine
I think it is,
Smite,
but-
radiant damage, yeah, it is.
Coolio. Can you give me that separate? Basically, I need your weapon your slashing damage separate to everything else.
Okay, no problem. So, I'm gonna give you, where's my thingamabob? Okay, a d6. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the non-slashing damage first.
Okay.
Non-slashing. Here we go. Oh, that's good. Okay, so 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 3 is 12, times 2 is 24. That's 24 non-slashing damage.
So 24 is your Radiant and your Psychic.
Yes, yeah.
Cool, perfect.
And oh shoot! Oh no, it fell. It went away. Okay, I'm gonna have to roll that one again because I don't know where it landed. Oh, that's a 10. That's a 10. So that is another 24 points of slashing.
To 24 points slashing, which is half to 12, as your blade is trying to cut through a swarm of creatures rather than a single one. It's much harder to make as point a connection. But as the blade swings down towards this advancing swarm of snakes, there is a flash of divine light and a blast of that amethyst purple psychic energy. And as it clears, there are bones scattered in all directions as you actually do manage to kill off the creature.
Just on a reaction, bitch. Okay, thank you.
Good job.
Nice. That brings us to Nuada.
Hello. I'm going to. So there's a bunch of skeleton snakes hanging out.
They're all up in Iggy's grill.
They're skeletons, right?
Mhm.
Does that feel like undead? Does that feel like necromancy?
Are you questioning this?
I think it's pretty on the nose.
Okay, I
but
just wanted
undead.
to check. Okay, I don't know if this will be effective, but it's been a while, and I felt like it's time to bring it back. Let's revisit some classics. I'd like to use my turn undead.
Oh, cute.
So it needs to make a wisdom save. I actually had to go back in go back to my class features in the D&D Beyond Character Creator to actually work out what this thing was because it's been so long. It needs to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save 15.
It feels. So 2 things. Just I need to check. Is it challenge rating 2 or lower?
It is indeed.
It is destroyed. Freedom.
All right.
Freedom.
Oh god, just made it really big. Would you like to describe your Destroy Undead for us?
Yeah, it's D&D Beyond tells me it's a prayer. So I'm holding out my holy symbol and I'm like, hey, I know you're really busy right now, a lot going on, but really would appreciate it if you help my friends out with those bones. And prove to everyone that you're the best. Thanks, and I'm gonna start running away.
Okay. And as you run away, and I'll see if you can remember what this is, but the 3rd rune down on your blade kind of glows this flash of dark green, and as it does so, the skeletons all climbing up you, Iggy, and you can kind of feel them all trying to bite into your skin. Just the eyes in them glow this dark green, and they all fly off and are kind of floating, animated in the air for a few seconds before letting out this cackle, this deep booming cackle, and then they all fall like stones to the ground. Nuada, of course, you recognise that laugh.
Love that. Well, I mean, it's either nerve or uniqueness.
It's nerve.
Okay, good.
Wait, did Iggy hear the laugh as well?
Yeah.
Okay, Iggy is terrified.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at Nuida like, cool,
And I'm like,
but what?
and I would like to run here.
Mhm.
And then bonus action.
Mm.
I would like to cast. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Iggy.
Okay.
Feels like he's.
Yeah, as that cackling sort of dies on the wind, your own armor begins to glow just very faintly in that same dark green.
I'm feeling very eerily protected, thank you.
And then Iggy, it's your turn.
Wonderful.
Nui on deck.
I will shout out to Nuida. Do you want to be over there?
Want is a strong word.
I'm going to take that as a yes. And I am going to twin spell Vortex Warp to swap Nui and Nuida's locations.
Oh shit! Just direct swap, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Nui,
Now that's a good prank.
Are
Tank
both
where the
parties
tank
willing?
should be.
Are both
That-
parties willing?
Yeah, you can resist if you don't
I
want
mean, the thing is, I don't know where I'm going, right? Like, I just know
Correct.
I'm being moved, so like, sure, I'll move.
Okay. Nui, you are looking up at this giant creature and it is genuinely like huge. This thing's like 20 feet off the ground, like base to shoulder, let alone tail and heads, that are all kind of biting in at you, spitting venom, and then you feel this fire burning at your feet, and then the fire launches upwards, and as it pulls back down, Nuida, you're stood there, blade out, the glow just dimming, and behind you, you can feel the hot breath of this creature turning on the spot. It's it's in your grill.
I'm
I
obviously
love
very
that
short.
he's not even facing the snake.
Yeah.
Well, he was running that way.
Everyone, I'm very short in it, so I'm like hidden behind it, and so I imagine most people can't really see me, but they just hear the most like high-pitched, girlish scream as I turn over my shoulder.
It works.
That was not a high pitched
That
scream.
was more
that
of
was not the right.
It was far
Yeah.
more sensual than terrified.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, that was better for when we earlier were looking for inappropriate noises.
It was.
Anyway.
Wilhelm scream. That's what everyone hears.
Yeah, Wilhelm scream.
Cool. And with that, my bonus action, I'm going to. Well, first I'm gonna go one. I'm gonna go like here, and I'm gonna command pick to 1, 2, 3. Wait, why am I counting? I always start to count as if I know how many like feet of movement I have, but I don't. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna get Pig to move over here.
Okay.
Just to keep a distance, hovering.
Mhm.
In between us all, and that is moi.
Alrighty, Nui, we're back up with you.
I guess she's like, the fire thing happened. She popped over there. 100% guarantee she probably thought this is it. This is the end. So very shocked and surprised to be back on the other side of the water.
Icky gives a little
While
wink.
listening to listening to Nuida's screams. So she's probably just going to exhale and have a healing potion in the old inventory. I have a potion of greater healing, so I'm going to use that one, and that's 44 plus 4.
Okay. Let's try a satisfied.
What is this?
That was satisfied?
Well, I don't know. The trouble is the labels aren't very good at just telling me what the things are. I mean, they're great, but I need to remember and learn what they are.
Wait, I'm rolling on the D&D on D&D Beyond, and the dice up the side have disappeared.
Have you got
tell
them?
you.
There's a button.
Yeah, look down the bottom left.
It's just the button. I love
There's a
you
button
so
that
much.
collapses them. I'm glad someone. All the spiky boys
Oh,
are out, and Nui is going to get 14 points of health back.
Nice.
Nice.
For her bonus action, because she can take potions
Yes.
for bonus action, right?
Indeedy.
For her action. Can I still do Eldritch Blast again?
If you want, yeah.
Would it be a regular roll now?
Correct, yes. Now the creature's emerged from the water. It is clearly visible.
Beautiful. First attack. Unnatural 20.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
Unnatural.
Oh, unnatural. Still hits.
10 points on that first roll
Mm-hmm.
of damage. Second. Uh-oh. Oh, 24?
Yeah, that hits.
It hits. So my modifier is like plus 11. So 11
Another
points
11
of
points of
damage for the
damage.
second one.
Nice.
And
One more.
I'm coming on the way. I'm on the way, Dee 16.
Just hits.
Oh.
Is that Mrs. Doubtfire?
I've got a habit of running around the house doing that impression. Help is on the way, Dee 15 for that last one.
Nice. Good round of damage. As you, begin,
Yeah.
I was going to say aggressively, but, playing your music and firing off, hitting it in the back of the head. Which brings us to...
For this round, when she's playing on lyre, lyre?
I say liar.
I don't know. Lyre. And doing those 3 shots of historical damage, she is playing Cher's Turn Back Time.
Incredible flair.
That one.
Love it.
Love that.
Did you say historical damage?
Yeah, she did, yeah. It's a
Isn't
type
it
of damage
force
now.
damage? What?
No historic.
I've never heard of that damage.
Force damage, slashing damage, historical damage.
Really?
One of the many schools of damage.
Yeah, I think they have a joke, and we are not involved.
I think that's racist.
That is the joke.
That's
like
racist.
History stories. Nuda, unfortunately, you
Colonial
landed
damage?
I don't like that.
right where the mountains are. But don't worry, you've got big beefy boy armor on, so let's see how this goes.
Oh no!
That's a 19 to hit,
That doesn't hit.
a natural 1.
That
And
also
then for the-
doesn't hit.
Time for the teeth.
That's
22.
what she said.
That doesn't hit.
Just clawing and biting and
He's a
bouncing
dodgy
off of your
boy.
armor.
I'm I'm like knelt down underneath the shield, screaming.
Oh, dear. Okay, that's you. Ashwai, you're up.
You're doing great. You guys. I'm gonna do what I normally do. 23. That hits.
It does, yeah.
9 plus 2. 11 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then 25, which also hits.
Mm-hmm.
That's 9. 9. Again. So 20. I think
So a total of 20 damage across both arrows.
Yeah.
Any bonus actions, or are you good?
No. I'm good.
Okay. Ashwai, you're up.
Great.
Nuda on deck.
Now it's time for the teeth. So we actually, hold on. Is there a thing that I do? So,
There's lots of
Mr.
things.
Oh no, never mind. Never mind.
Let's go on this
The
journey
natural
together.
20. The natural 20 was against the bony snakes. Okay,
It was,
fine,
yeah.
cool. First attack on snakes. That's a 14 to hit. Nope, 15 to hit.
Does not hit, I'm
Does not
afraid.
hit. Cool. Second one
Oh, wait.
is
At the top of your turn, I need you to roll a save. A wisdom save. This is important because it'll affect the rolls.
Do you want me to use that roll?
No.
That first one?
Keep that for the attack.
Okay.
Basically, this is a fear save, so if you fail this, the attack roll would have been at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. So that one that I rolled is an 8, but I have advantage on wisdom saving throws. That's great. So that's a 12 plus 7. I don't know what that is.
19, which is a success. You are not afraid of this creature.
So regardless, I missed the first one.
Yeah. But it was good to sort out the rolls.
Yeah.
And the second one?
So that's a 17 plus 8, so that should hit.
Yeah, that definitely is 25.
If you say so, I believe you. So I'm gonna go ahead and that's gonna be 7 plus 6.
13.
13 points of damage.
Is that the slashing?
And that oh
wait, sorry, no, ignore me. Ignore me.
So
sorry.
Okay, ignored. And then bonus action, I'm going to hit it with my polearm, which is...
This creature
15,
is now
8
wounded,
plus
by the
7?
way, from all the attacks. 15, 8 plus 7 is correct, yeah.
Does that hit?
15 does not hit, no.
Cool. Oh, hold on. I'm flanking.
Yes, you are.
I'm flanking,
So,
so hold on.
First attack would have hit, 2 rolls at advantage. Second attack was 15 plus whatever you rolled for the second roll of that attack.
So, checked to see if it was a natural 20. It's not, so this one that missed... Wait, hold on.
So you've had the first 2 die rolls, create a hit. Your second 2 rolls were a 15, and what did you just roll?
Oh, a 9.
Plus what's your modifier?
8.
So that then second attack with your main blade does hit. So you've had 2 hits.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So, great, amazing. So that is actually 20 points of damage.
Oh, that's a big hit.
I rolled max damage on that second one.
You kind of hack twice at the head as they're rearing up to bite down at the ball of metal on the ground. You slice across, and Nuda, from your vantage point, the shield hit. You can obviously hear what's going on, crashing against you, and then just this head slams into the ground, eyes sort of rolling as one of the necks is just severed.
I scream.
I got you, buddy. And then bonus action.
And now
Here
you've
we
got your bonus
go.
action with advantage.
So that's a 17 plus 8, so that'll hit again.
That is as well, yeah.
and for 6 points of damage.
Okay, nice. All right, Nuida, at the start of your turn, I need you to make a wisdom save, please.
I just made a history check instead.
That historical damage.
Yeah, 22.
Okay, that is a success. You are, despite the narrative, not frightened.
I'm protecting my inner peace. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay, I'm going to. I'd give myself a little pep talk. I'm like, you got this. You got this. You're big. You're strong. You're better than this. And I
have a question. Do you call?
Yeah.
Do you call yourself baby girl?
Only internally.
Okay. So, like, when you're giving yourself the pep talk, you're like, you've got this, baby girl. You're strong. Okay. Thank you.
Listen up, baby. Yeah. And I leap to my feet. And I'm like, don't worry, I've got this. And I reach out and I grab one of the snakes by its neck. And I cast Inflict Wounds.
Nice. What level?
Let's go third.
Okay, cool.
Let's do third. Should we do third? Let's do third.
Let's do third. This is necrotic, isn't it?
It is.
Cool. As you are.
I don't like the way you said that. It's if it's a melee spell attack, do I get advantage for flanking? No, I don't think so.
Yes, you would. Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Because it's a melee rather than ranged. So yeah.
Okay. Well, the first one was 27 to hit, and the second one was 24.
Yeah, 27 hits.
Okay, and I'm gonna roll my dice. I don't like those numbers. 18 damage.
Okay. You grab it by the throat, and Ushuaia, in your close proximity, you can see one of those necks just completely drain of colour as all of that life is just sapped out, and these wounds then begin to open up across where the veins would be and just sprays out in blood. Nuida, it is just pouring over you, and then as you let go, that head falls limp against the body. This creature is now bloody.
Can I pull it off? Like the necrotic head? Can I hold it?
Based on your thing, I'd say no. It's still attached to the body. It's dead and limp, this one head, but it is still firmly attached to the body.
Just checking.
Wow.
They're a bit fleshy.
The head is limp.
Yeah, you can just.
Despite your attempts to pull it off.
He grabbed it and pulled it and drained the head. I don't know what you're.
But it's limp.
Yeah. Yeah. Grabbed it, pulled it, drained the life, drained the head, and now it's limp.
Oh, now okay. So that's expected.
Yeah.
That's expected. Okay.
Yeah. You wouldn't know. I understand.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I throw it towards, I'm picturing it like a head of hair, like I'm throwing it over to Ushuaia.
Wig.
Wig. And then bonus action, I will look really hot and retreat behind my shield and harness divine power to get back my spell slot for level 2.
Alrighty then. Iggy, you're up. Nui on deck.
Hit me. Hello. Cool.
I do need, because I forgot to do this last time, but I do need Pig to roll wisdom saves for the last turn and this turn.
Sure, I can do that.
Just in case it comes up.
What is Pig's wisdom?
A lot. He's
Pig.
very wise.
So wise.
He's so wise. That's a 9.
Like a wise boy. Okay,
Wait.
Cool.
He doesn't have proficiency in wisdom, so come on, Pig.
He's a monkey.
He's a very.
The first one, retroactive from last turn, was a failure. But it doesn't matter because it didn't affect anything mechanically. But then at the end of its turn last turn, it would have had another attempt to save. So you can roll that one.
That's that one.
Okay, cool. So starting this turn, Pig is still afraid, and you have your turn. So all that means is Pig cannot move closer, and any attacks made within line of sight of the creature are at disadvantage.
Piggy's frightened.
Oh.
Okay, cool. That's okay. I'm gonna let him deal with that for the time being. I'm gonna pop over to Nui. I'm going to expend a couple sorcery points and quicken spell a Cure Wounds.
Okay.
So that is 5 plus 6, so 11 plus. Oh, what's my modifier? 9. 20 points of healing for you.
Plus, do you get a bonus from Pig as well?
I added that. That's
Okay,
the
cool.
extra D8.
D8, cool. Yep.
Yeah. So I did a first level and I got 2d8.
Mm-hmm.
That's lovely. Thank you.
That's alright. And then with my action, I'm just gonna step a little forward and throw a firebolt at.
Pew!
It's a monster.
He's a monster.
That's an 18 to hit.
That does hit.
Lovely. 10.
Firebolt is a cantrip, right?
It is.
Like an OP cantrip.
10.
I love it.
It's
17 plus.
it's similar to Eldritch Blast in that one of the few cantrips that use D10 for damage.
Yeah.
20.
In fact, I think they're the only two. And then you've got the Toll Dead, which is 8 or 12, depending on.
25. 25 points of fire damage from that.
It is, unfortunately, not as much damage as you'd expect. It does burn a little bit, but
Is
that
it?
sort of wet, scaly sheet. Oh, you ignore resistance because you're a prick.
Oh.
My fire's just too hot.
Too hot.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not happy about that as it just burn through one of the necks, just immolate, and then sprays out in this sort of layer of thick, ashy dust.
Another limp head.
I mean, it's not even limp; it's just completely immolated.
Friction burn.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Cool. That is
that's
me.
you done, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, Nui, you're up.
I'm gonna stick with a little blasty in the middle of all of this.
Fire spell.
All of this, like, kind of like we're all really in it and like attacking now. So, well, roll my roll dicey dice. First is 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Second roll to hit is 28.
That also hits.
Nice.
And the third roll is a 27.
That also hits.
Very nice.
Rubbish damage. First roll got 8.
Mm-hmm.
Second roll got 16.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one, it's not as good. 10.
So 26, 34 points of damage. Nui.
Woof.
It's copyright free.
It's not Cher this time. It's ABBA. They're trying to do Waterloo. And then he just like does the whole splat on the floor.
It looks like it's doing a death drop, but actually it's just death.
Exactly.
Mikey, it's that does.
Can you please do that at the end of every turn?
Every turn, not every fight, just every turn.
Every turn.
Um,
The dopamine I got from that was incredible.
Oh, it's good, isn't it? Yeah, so this epic ABBA music playing. I was going to say echoing around the cave, but like in an isolated way that's not bouncing off the walls in all directions, but just for the soundscape of you all in here, this great lyre music as the blasts crack into the side of this creature and it rears up. Nuada, you can feel the that sort of thing.
I
sort
feel
of
water
sense,
in my.
You feel water in your soul, and you get that sixth sense thing of like something moving away from you, even though you've not got direct eye line. And then there's this crash of weight as it just lands full bodily onto your shield as you're underneath it, rolling it off.
Ice cream.
Don't know what screaming tonight, dude.
They your verbal components, or?
I'm frightened. Scared boy.
Aww.
But you successfully managed to dispatch of this creature.
Great.
Well done, team.
Hey,
Get the fuck.
hey, Iggy.
Hey, you're right. I'm on the other side.
You know-
Hey.
Hey.
Canonically, Ushuaia
Yeah.
trying to shout after a fight.
Hey, give me 1 sec. I try and cross the river.
Spits blood out. Do you want to just swim it, or do you want to try and do the rocks?
I tell you what, can I focus on getting halfway with the rocks and have Pig teleport me the rest?
Sure, make an acrobatics check.
Sure. I'm just hoping that'll lower the DC. Oh, it's not too bad. 19.
All right, so you sort of monk action, run, jump. Pig grabs you and sort of this throwing motion, but halfway through you erupt in flames and then reappear, the two of you on the other side. Pig goes with you, right? I've not missented that.
Yeah, Pig comes with me. I like shake my hair a little bit and the ash falls out.
I'm picturing it like in Dirty Dancing, like the final move. Like, pick him up and then... Yeah.
Because... Incredible. Hey, what's up?
Hey, Iggy. I was thinking that this snake guy over here was maybe it's got some poison that we could get for Orcane's arrows.
Great shout. I'm not too well versed with poisons, but herbalism I can do. But let's give it a shot either way.
Yeah.
Can I, try and, I guess, with some of the limp or erect heads,
I think the correct word you're looking for is milk the snake.
Yep. On its
I
teat.
want you to know that while you're, like, when you come over to it, I'm still trapped underneath it. Like, I'm like pinned underneath this thing, and you're just...
Hey,
you're just
buddy,
I'm-
what are you doing down
I'm
there?
milking the snake, just like, hey, you're right, man. You good?
I'm not very
I'll help-
strong. Very
I'll help
big.
you. I'll like do the bro-y kind of and pull him up. Just like a little too.
George, do you have a poisons kit?
I don't.
Sucks to be
You may make a survival check at disadvantage.
Cool. I'll do that.
Can
First
I
one's a nat
swim
20.
across? Sorry, while you're
What do you want to do, sorry? Okay?
swim across.
Yeah, it's fine.
I
What's
got.
true?
Sorry, what was the survival? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 19 with disadvantage.
Ooh.
Shit me. All right. And where are you planning? Do you have anything to store this in, like from your herbalism kit, perhaps some?
I'm not sure what a herbalism kit entails.
I'm just thinking, if you with herbalism, you would make teas and potions, so you would probably have empty vials for it.
Yeah,
so
for sure, yeah.
All right, cool. It is a bit of a botched job because you don't have the right tools, but you are able to, across the 6 heads, procure 1 vial of usable poison.
I like do a cool flare and just like all in a day's job.
There's like poison everywhere. It's like spilt over the floor and like broken teeth and
3 of the heads are like mashed where I got frustrated. Like,
yeah.
I like to imagine it's like, you know, like video game poison where it's sitting there but it's like hissing. News coming off of it.
yeah.
I turn to Nui and I'm like, hey Nui, I've got a question.
Hello. Yes.
Are you available for pranks?
I don't think now is the right time.
That wasn't. Are you available for pranks?
No.
Oh. Is anyone available for pranks?
Oh.
Okay.
Look at us raising our hands.
Ushuaia, come here. And I cast Gust on Ushuaia to put her into the
She
water.
is gushy gushy.
Okay, so you're going to try and use the cantrip gust to push her into the water?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe there's a save?
There is, it's a strength save.
17.
Fail.
So, come over here. There's a strong burst of wind and you just fall back into the water.
You pushed her onto the rock. She cracks her head open.
And dies.
He's like
in
knee
your-
slapping.
In your heavy armor, you are beginning to sort of sink beneath the water.
I'll try and grab some of the rocks, and I'll cast Mold Earth to like get a better grip.
Sure. And then are able to pull yourself up. Splashing up like a Bond. I forgot the word.
Like Little Mermaid.
Bond girl. Like Little Mermaid, sure.
You forgot the word girl?
No, not the word girl, but the phrase referring to the Bond girl. I was like, what's the word they use?
So
A
you
bond,
said Bond, but you really couldn't connect it to Bond girl. You're like,
Bond
what is it?
Bond.
Bond.
Sometimes these things happen, alright?
Bird, like,
Bondette? Is it a Bondette?
Bondina.
Anyway, is
Are
there
you
anything
feeling
else you would all
Bondita?
like to do?
Yo, Bondita.
Bond.
Oh,
But-
no.
Just for the sake of saying it, my mind was trying to say Bond woman, and I was like, that's not right, it's something else.
I mean, it says a lot about our society that is not right. That we have to infantilize. I'm kidding. I'm going. I'm not kidding. That's a real take. But
Hey, I think it's topical commentary.
Anyway, so Ushuaia, you
That's
emerge from the water.
historical damage.
I emerged from the water.
are you forever changed?
As she's like emerging, like, you know, the hair flip, the majestic lighting, she's coming out. I cast Gust again.
Because you are currently treading water, your strength save does have disadvantage. I'm not gonna lie to you,
Great.
against his save, you're probably
Oh.
fucked.
That is a natural 20. At this and a natural 1. So there you go.
Now you crack your head on the rocks.
Yeah, with a
Yeah.
natural 1, you do take 2 points of damage crashing against the rocks behind you.
I turn to Iggy and I'm like, see, wasn't that funny?
Iggy's laughing. Iggy's having a grand.
And while I have something to let everyone know, I'm not available for pranks.
and you walk away.
Yeah.
Iggy's sitting there thinking, the best prank of all. Yeah. I'll
Okay.
get Pig to lift Ushuaia up to save any further strength
Sure.
saves.
Well, unless there's anything else you want to do in this space, as you begin to move forward, I think this is a good time to take our little 8 to 10 minute break. I can't say 8-minute break. It's just weird. I cannot
8-minute
connect with an
break.
8.
Embrace
Yeah.
it.
8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to set a timer for 8 minutes.
That's fine.
Shall I set a
Why is
randomizer
it-
between 8 and 10? Like,
Why is it not
Only if
Can
you-
Catherine explain again why it's 8 minutes?
it was forbidden knowledge. It was only for us, not for the stream. If I remember from last time.
It's forbidden knowledge for
Ooh.
me. I cannot.
If
know.
we get 5 subscribers, we'll reveal the reason behind.
big numbers. Big numbers. So just to be clear to Ceci, if we all subscribe,
And 5 additional. 5 additional.
Man.
right, we'll catch you all here in just a short little while. Time for a wee little comfort break.
In a bit.
Hey.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
I'll put it further towards the 10-minute mark next time.
I feel bad.
I mean, if you want to anger. Sorry.
No, you're quite right, Catherine. We do risk angering the undisclosed reasons why we chose 8 minutes.
Exactly.
It's true.
Welcome to Rootless Guardians Mukbang.
That undisclosed reason, of course, which we will let everyone know once we reach.
Wait, we should say it right now so that Matthew misses it.
Matthew still doesn't know.
That's a great point.
Good shout,
That's a
good
great
shout.
point. Stream, you're
But
getting some
everybody else
classified information here.
Don't watch this back on the VOD, Matthew Franklin.
Yeah.
The VOD, according to him.
To be fair, I've heard VOD more than I've heard VOD.
I love that that's the case, and you didn't speak up in his defence earlier.
I don't speak up a lot.
It's video. It's video.
It's video on demand, VOD.
Yeah,
VOD.
VOD.
Hmm?
VOD.
This website only called VDO.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That.
This is video,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what?
but we're talking about how you can, tomorrow you can go on to twitch.tv/bonusactionvibe and watch the VDO, VOD, the VOD
Nope.
of
Nope.
this episode.
Fuck
Fucked
that.
it.
The VOD.
Fucked it. All right, let's move on. Welcome back, Franklin. New
Hello.
friend. It's time to play some.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Thank you.
Matt.
So,
I know that you had a very strong emo phase in your life, but can you turn on
is
a
it
light?
still dark? Sorry, I opened the curtains, then more light in.
I was wondering where you were going with that for a second.
Me too. I was
Ah,
Oh,
like,
yes,
what's
the
behind me?
British. Ah, yes, the British definition of light. Because it's
I
always
thought
dark
it was
here.
going to be a reference
It
to
is.
the. I thought
I
it was going
thought
to be
you
a
were-
reference to the duel.
Same.
Yeah.
I
When you
thought
said
they were, like,
the British
tell me
version
to
of light,
get
I
or
thought you were
something.
going to shade me with my lamp. Right, should we play some D&D?
Yeah.
Sure.
let us.
Alrighty, so
Oh,
following. Go.
Sorry, very quickly, just a little putting it in there. While we were having the jokes, having giggles, trying to kill our party member, I did leave Squelch to eat the body.
That's
My
a
body?
big
Just got
body.
to slowly. No,
The snake's body.
He craves flesh. I've given him a
he
taste
really
of flesh.
does.
No, he craves flesh.
Squelches.
Soon it's gonna have arms and legs, and then who's in trouble? You know what I mean? All of them.
I'll need to find some a mini for Squelch at some point for the stream. But for now, just know that he is a big ball of mulch, slowly dissolving a giant snake boy. But anyway, you are going to carry on.
Down the cave.
Yeah, so following through, it is a little bit wider here.
That's what she said. He said. She said. They said.
Everyone said.
We've all said it. And the sound of water is much louder as it takes a sharp turn, and you kind of follow through into this open cavern. And I'm going to put my biscuit down. This open cavern with a large sheer rock face ahead of you, and the water is like spilling over the side in this large, almost 100-foot waterfall, splashing down to the ground, spilling out in all directions, and then finding cracks and crevices and openings to spill through, filling out through the dungeon off behind you.
Right.
But yeah, so that's the space you come into. It's about like 100 foot high.
Guess just start kind of looking around in awe, I guess. And then start to see, like, look around and try to figure out where's going to be the next kind of logical direction to follow. Listening for signs of people.
Okay, make a perception check.
Luckily for you lot, I'm quite I perceive.
Perceptive?
Exceptionally gifted.
I'm rolling. And I'm rolling a 16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay. It is very difficult to hear over the sound of water kind of crashing against rocks. But what you don't see is another kind of pathway opening, and you can see where the water's coming from above. There is another wide space ahead of you. Yeah, unfortunately, you're not able to kind of hear sounds of people from here. But you do get a sense of which direction might be the best to go, which is up.
Oh no. Nui, being about 4'10", is looking up this waterfall, seeing like the next cave entrance bit to go down. And turns to the team and says, "Who's got some rope?"
I think a lot of us. That was a discussion point at one point.
I don't know. Did we reclaim the rope that we used to get down here?
We couldn't because we were all down
So-
and it was tied up there.
So we used Iggy and Ushuaia's rope.
Yep.
We still have some arcane silkies.
The Arcane Silky Special.
Is Orkeem willing to put it up?
Pardon?
Is Orkeem willing to give up his silkies?
Yes.
Okay. Can I try to climb? Sorry, there's an echo. Can you guys hear me?
It's also funny because I'm hearing you sooner, yeah. Through Catherine than yourself.
So, can I try to climb the waterfall using my mold earth cantrip to like create like ridges to hold on?
I will
That's
say
cool.
that the mold earth gives you advantage to cancel out the disadvantage of the rushing water, so it's a straight roll where it would have been
will take it.
disadvantage.
I will take it. Ah, that is a 19 plus whatever athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics, sorry.
So that is a 19 plus 7.
So 26. Yeah, I mean it's challenging with water like splashing down on you, but you do this thing as you like reach your hand up, you sort of throw it into the wall and it molds to the shape of your hand as you put it in, getting a good grip, and it is wet and slippery, and a couple of times your hands like slip back out, but you are able to climb up.
In and out.
Yeah. It happens.
Wet and slippery?
Yeah. But over the course of probably about a minute or so, Ushuaia is able to make that climb carefully up the rock face.
I'm gonna throw on the cult robes that we grabbed earlier, and put on the idol necklace, the Cult of Lilac idol necklace. And while the rest of them are coming up, I would like to see what I see and perceive.
Okay. There is another tunnel that goes a short way across, but you can see it opens probably only about 15 or 20 feet down. If you would like, you could sort of head down that way to take a look.
15 feet?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Okay, I'll go very carefully.
Okay, make a stealth check.
I'm at disadvantage on stealth. 9 plus 7.
16.
Nope, 6 plus 7. Nope, it's a 6.
13.
13.
And make a perception check.
15.
Okay, we're going to pause there. What is everyone else doing?
I would like to, while that's happening, I'm standing next to Orkean. And I'm still woman Orkean, and I'm still like 4'10". But I would like to give myself blue hair. And I'm going to look at Orkean and I'm going to say, Orkean, have you ever thought about having blue hair? I know you're a look queen, but...
I've never seen somebody with such hair. How would I get that color? A potion?
Matt, what do I know of hair? Hair dyes. Actually, wait, I have hair dyes, don't I? As part of my disguise kit.
Yeah. Hair dyes exist.
But that color.
Some people have, blue hair naturally. Flutter, for example. But you could dye.
I can what? Sorry?
You can dye.
You can die.
Even suggesting it.
I didn't mean to turn this into. I wanted to set the scene for what I'm at.
Oh,
well,
sure.
That looks amazing. I don't know if that's the right shade for my undertones, but it looks great on you.
What are you thinking? Something lighter, something darker?
I was thinking because I have more of like an olive complexion, so maybe like a teal.
I give myself teal hair, something like this.
A little bit more on the blue side. You've gone a bit too green.
I shift a shade bluer. What are we thinking?
I think that's really close to perfect.
I think that when we set up camp, when this is all over, we can do this.
I use disguise self, my tattoo, and I give myself the same color.
And I turn to Nui and I'm like, do you not think he looks really hot? You're muted.
Why is your hair blue right now? We're climbing the wall.
It's just a streak. Oh, is it too much? Is it too much? No, is it too much?
No, Iggy, you like the blue hair, don't you?
Iggy's like looking up at the waterfall, just like
Iggy.
Yeah. You look as gorgeous as ever, okay?
Oh, I think it's too much.
Which is a good segue to what have Iggy and Nui been doing this whole time?
Nui?
This whole time, Nui's been kind of watching Ushuaia as she starts to climb up, wondering if she can do the same. Last time she leapt at a cave wall, she got a bloody face. It wasn't a pretty sight. But she didn't have dark vision back then. So she's just like, all these thoughts and feelings are going through her mind while she's trying to figure it out. And then she's like, why
why don't I just jump on Ushuai's back? And she calls up and wants to say to Ushuai, you want to give me a piggyback?
Do I hear?
Yes, I would say because a little bit timey-wimey, but you've not like it took you a good couple minutes to climb. So I would say that shout would have been when you reached the top. So
Okay, cool. I'm gonna turn around. Catherine, do you want to maybe close that door? There we go. Or that. Okay. So she's at the top,
you're at the top.
and she's still at the bottom.
Yeah, everyone else is at the bottom.
With full audacity, asking you to come down, pick her up on your back, and carry her up.
Of course, I'll hop down.
Okay, make another athletics check.
18.
Okay, is that total? Yeah.
Athletics,
Sorry, just up till
yes.
now you've been telling me the number on the die. Cool.
Yeah.
And then so
It was an 11, so I was able to add it myself.
Aww, proud of you. Yeah, so you then carefully climb back down using the mold earth, kicking footholds. As she's climbing down, Iggy, anything you'd like to do?
Sorry, muted. Can I gauge height of what we're climbing?
Give or take about 100 feet.
Okay. Are there any platforms midway, or is it just a sheer?
Make a perception check.
Perception 19.
On the kind of very left, as you're looking up at it, there's a sort of looks to be, because it's natural, the lowest point there, probably about 20 feet, 20 feet below, so 80 feet from you.
Okay. Okay. Hey guys, how open are we to just taking a short nap? Not necessarily right now, but perhaps in a bit.
Yeah. I was just up there, and it seems like we're maybe getting a little bit close. So I would be up for that, just right up there.
Okay.
Can I tell what the time is, like in relation to the moon?
We're in a cave.
I know, but I have a power. I have an innate sensibility. I'm connected to the earth. You wouldn't understand.
Orkian's very, very clever.
No, I fully believe that, though. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it is your bad.
Like, it sounds like a
So,
good idea.
sorry, just to answer Orkane's question real quick. The sun was setting when you entered the mine. The time you've been down here, you probably got about an hour or so until the moon is at its zenith.
I'm like touching like the ground. I'm like really making a show of it. Like I'm touching the walls. I'm touching the ground. I like bend down and I relay that information. I'm like, sorry guys, I don't know if we have time for sleep. Unless we want to take a big long one forever.
No, you're right.
You're so wise. You're so wise, Orkane.
Let's speed this up a bit. I will. I'll start like. You know how a cat like turns around a couple times before it like goes to sleep and wants to lie down and stuff. Same with dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I did that. Oh.
I look like I'm doing that as I wild shape into a. I had it. Giant riding lizard.
Oh!
With a climbing speed of 30 feet.
What's it look like?
Yeah, cool.
That's awesome.
So as he does the little turn around, kind of getting closer to the ground, and the closer and closer he gets, the longer he gets, and I guess eventually you see the fiery Katniss Everdeen-esque transformation into this lovely black scaly lizard.
I turn to Orkane and I like whisper, I'm like, he would look so much better if he had cowboy boots and a little hat on.
Oh my god, I do think we can. My leather guy, we need to go there. Leathers, pelts. That's the full range. Leathers and pelts.
I do a little.
Did Iggy communicate to us anything about this, or did he just
Did it.
turn into a lizard? Do you think this is a stage? Do you think he'll grow out of this, or?
I've just reached the next stage of my life. Like this is me for now.
Or are they showing off? Because they don't need to impress me. They've proven their worth around here. What do you think, Joaquin?
Peacocking.
I'm petting Iggy.
I'm purring as lizards do, and I'll do a little tonguey thing.
Oh.
Yeah, one of those. And then I'll
Touch tongues.
I'll just kind of staring.
I give my tongue and I do the same.
Just kind of looking at both of you, and then like I'll like essentially like clasp onto the wall and kind of shoulder people to climb on.
I'll try to climb the wall as well, like next to you, and be like,
and just mirroring me, just like I'll do like a wave.
oh. Get on.
I get on. You could have been a giant eagle.
I could have been, but this is more, fun. What's the point of being an eagle every time?
I would say you can take one person at a time, pack, armor, everything included.
Cool.
I called it.
Ushuaia, are you still planning to carry Nui?
Yeah. I'm getting ready. There's no reason why I wouldn't carry Nui, right?
That's what she asked for.
Ready?
Yep.
All right. So can I get an athletics check from Ushuaia, please?
I'm casting Enhance Ability, and I'm giving myself Bull Strength.
You can't stack advantage, so it would be flat. Regardless.
Why do I have advantage already? Oh, because of the mold. Oh, never mind then. I forgot about that.
So it's just a straight roll, so it's
okay, well, the first one was higher anyway. No, I'm not casting the spell. I'm not casting.
No. So, mold earth advantage, water disadvantage,
Water.
straight roll.
Yeah, cool. The first roll was higher anyway, so it's a 12 plus 7.
19. Okay, so you are slowly, and it is a slow progress. Nui's not very big, but she does also have packs as well as your own armor and pack and stuff. So it's quite the workout as you very slowly make your way up as the lizard scurries past, drops off Orcane, I believe it was, at the top, and then scurries back down past you. You're about a third of the way up. The other climbs on.
I make my arms and legs extra long to wrap around like a little hug.
So by the time Iggy has dropped off the tomb at the top, Ushuaia, you're about halfway up, dripping with sweat.
I'm like leaning over the edge doing the tongue thing and saying touch tongues. In lizard, obviously.
Okay.
My tongue is out, but it's because I'm so tired.
Iggy thinking this is incredibly motivational. Just let.
Question, right? Mm-hmm. Can I give myself a long enough tongues that I can touch tongues and heard all the way down there?
No.
What? Oh.
Too OP.
That's the line.
You have to stay the same, like 5 foot square reach type size.
Yeah. But,
so now he's 1 foot tall.
What is? I want to know.
4 foot tongue.
Yeah, I'm only one. I'm tiny, so I'm using all my extra body in my tongue.
What is the longest recorded human tongue?
I'm right on.
Because I think if there's a
it's
case,
not 50 feet. There's no
Let's
way
see.
it's 50 feet.
Let's see.
Okay.
Uh,
By all means,
10
Oh my god, 397
10
feet.
centimeters.
10 centimeters is the longest tongue,
Oh my god, that's so big.
which
It doesn't sound that big, and then you see the picture.
almost 4
It's-
inches.
That's a very long tongue. It's not 50 feet. Anyway, Ushuaia. I broke my chair. Ushuaia, you eventually reach the top. You are exhausted. Please make a con save.
Oh no, consequences.
Crap.
10.
You
10.
do not take
10.
a point of exhaustion. DC was 10.
Jesus, oh my god. I rolled a 4 and my con is +6, so that was
But-
lucky.
Mechanically
Oh,
not
bad.
exhausted, but you are absolutely shattered, reaching to the top, like falling onto your back, just out of breath, drenched in sweat, muscle aches.
I did this with my plate armor and also the robes. The robes.
And
on,
also
so-
Nui and her equipment. And
Well, to be thankful, Nuy'll get off her back and feed her the arcane treat that she got earlier. Just in case. I'm just like, here, you can have this.
Wow, just giving it away.
hmm Do you know we've lost you?
So,
where did you last have your shoe?
Here she comes.
Ceci's upside down on the stream for me.
I
She's
can't
gone.
see her, but I did just get a message saying Ceci is upside down.
There we go. That's better.
She's back.
No audio though.
It's Go Audio.
The
Sorry,
famous band.
Just while we have this time, that record has actually been beaten, and now 10.8 centimeters is
Oh,
the longest tongue.
With that
oh.
much closer.
4 and a
That
quarter.
changes everything. I'm
Well,
so sorry.
are we talking about just humans though? Because technically Nuda's not a human, so we should technically be able to measure longest tongue of a creature.
Hmm?
Okay, if you would like to do the research on longest tongue for orcs, elves, gnomes, dwarves, you hit me up.
Don't test me.
I can do it. I'll fucking do it. Anyway, you are now all the 5 of you at the top of this, and there is that that thin layer of water that's constantly spilling out over the edge, and the sort of 15-20 foot tunnel that heads off into the darkness beyond.
Okie dokie.
I would like to just change slightly so that I am the same as I was, Orcane, female, blue hair, but this time I'm gnome sized.
So what size is that?
Okay.
I
Like,
think 3 feet tall. 3 feet tall. I just want to put that in there.
okay.
As you reach the, I don't think you can be that small because I think that's technically a different size creature.
I just
Small,
checked
not medium.
small or medium.
Oh,
That's why I was like,
well,
I'm going to be a gnome.
fair enough.
I'm like
As
looking
you
at you, like,
all
squinting, like, something different, buddy?
literally like less than half your size. As you all kind of settle in this space, recatching, well, Ushuaia recatching your breath, Iggy's still a lizard, you can hear something which catches your ears. That water that's trickling in, you hear the sound of waves, of birds, of a gentle breeze blowing down the tunnel. And the more perceptive amongst you, like Nui, maybe even Orcane and Nuada, will pick up that scent of sea air on the wind.
Ooh. I know it well. Smells like home.
I smell vacation. Orkane doesn't say that. He does.
He does.
You're muted, Cecilia. Or at least for me, you are. I'm not muted.
No
Okay.
way.
Sorry, I wasn't even listening. What? I wasn't
I
even
was,
trying.
I was trying to lip read.
What did she say? I'm not muted.
Not muted, and then it was.
That's exactly what I saw as well.
She's touching tongues.
Yeah, they took tongues.
Apologies for the technical difficulties this time, stream viewers.
Don't apologise, George. This is the top quality content they came for.
It is, it's true.
Comment in the chat right now if
If you're affected.
Yeah, do we have resources available to those affected?
Yeah.
Okay, how do I ban you?
I'm a mod. Don't come for me. Was that your plan? Let us know if you're affected, and we'll block you so you can't.
Yeah. Hello, Sassy.
Look,
I see your face. Can you speak?
Can you hear me now?
Yay!
Just what we've all been waiting for.
Talk, Valentina.
I don't remember what I was saying. So, super glad for that.
Well, that's...
Well, all I had just described was that. I described Nui, Nuida, and Orkane, some of the things they were able to hear and see and smell.
I remember there was salt water in one of the previous chambers that we explored in here.
Correct.
Perhaps we're getting closer to the
I'm
source.
so glad I was able to get that out.
It's important information.
But what would you all like to do?
We can hear water, we can see water, we can't hear people or anything like that. Do we see any... It's still dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do we see any light from fires or anything of the like?
If you were to kind of stand into that tunnel and look down, there is a red glow. Not flickering like firelight, it's fairly constant.
How far?
The tunnel's only about 15-20 feet.
Okay.
And then we don't see what it opens up into?
It just, from there, standing where you are, it just seems to open out. You would need to kind of walk down to kind of get a see of, or feel of what is down the other end.
Now we kind of ask Eggy. Eggy, can you when you made bless you, when you made us really quiet earlier, back when we first came down into this cave, can you do that again? I'm kind of clumsy.
Iggy does a lick. And then comes out of lizard form and goes, yes, absolutely. I believe I can.
I think that would be helpful at this point.
What is it? Okay. I can do that when we're ready to move forward.
I can also, maybe it'd be worth it at some point for me to scope things out ahead of time if we get to a good place where we think that might make a difference. Because remember, I can
For sure.
go up and down, left to right.
How many times can you do that? Is that a finite resource?
Once until I slumber again.
Very poetically put.
Once until I slumber again.
That's better. Thank you, sir. Okay, that is very useful. It depends on whether we think whether now's the moment. What do the rest of you guys think?
I think we should get as close as we can without being seen to see if we can as much as we can see. I think the better. I don't want to waste it.
Absolutely. All right. Are we all ready?
So, I'm ready. I turn off my drift globe.
Okay.
I put out any residual fires.
Tiny fires everywhere.
Yeah. It's a blessing and a curse.
Okay. So the room does again go dark, except there is this glow of red coming from that tunnel. So whilst the room you're in is black and darkness, there is this soft red glow illuminating the tunnel beyond.
Great. I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm looking. Hold on. How long does this last? An hour.
Okay.
I will cast.
Is it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
okay.
Dia was sitting there with her hand up for like a few minutes.
I apologize. Please,
Okay,
Dia, go first.
Is the red glow a familiar red?
Yes. It is the same blood red as the moon the previous night.
I say to everyone, I think we found the right place.
I think so too.
I'm going to cast Warding Bond on Nui. So Nui, where is it? Where is it? I'm casting it at 3rd level because I'm out of the 2nd levels. So Nui, for the next hour, you have a +1 to your AC. And +1 to saving throws as well. And you also have resistance to all damage.
Is that concentration, Ceci?
It is not concentration.
Okay, thank you.
The spell ends if I drop to 0 hit points, or if we become separated by more than 60 feet. So, and any damage that Nui takes, I take the same amount.
Oh yeah.
But like it halves it, right?
Yeah.
So she's resistant, to all damage.
Resistant to all damage, but essentially they each take half of the damage. Okay.
Don't
other
go
prep
further
work
than
at this
60
point?
feet from me. Don't go further than 60 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got. Yes. Sorry, I have another thing I want to do.
It's okay.
Shit, I'm just burning through all these fucking spells. I'm gonna use my channel divinity and gain a 2nd level spell slot back. So we're not taking a short rest.
No time.
Cool. Great. I'm done then.
Okay. With the pass without trace, can I get stealth checks from everybody? Ceci, we'll use the one you rolled from earlier because we had to fiddle some rank stuff around.
Oh yeah.
So it was 13 you rolled plus the 10 from pass without trace brings you to 23. But if I can get rolls from everybody else.
George, what's the
I
bonus?
will also a plus 10 you get.
Oh, thank you.
And whilst you're all rolling that, I'll just narrate the perception check that Ushuaia made earlier as well, just to make it, just to kind of describe a little bit of what you're seeing as you come through. There is this the cavernous space, but before long you can actually see stonework, actual sort of man-made stonework, and beyond it, where that sound of seawater is coming from. And as you all slowly creep your way through that tunnel, you can see that stonework is steps leading up and out over what is clearly a cliff edge. You're at an opening on the side of the cliff of the island, and out over the sea beyond, this large structure has been built. and at the very top of it, you can see from here, it's a long way away, but you can just about make out some form of structure set up on this large platform at the top. And from that point, that red glow of the moon, which you can see beyond now as you step out into the open cavern, you can see a red, bright light glowing from the top of this large structure. So, going through, Iggy, can I get your stealth check, please?
Yep, that was stealth plus 2, 15, 25.
All right, Nuada.
14.
Okay, Nui.
30.
30. Orkane.
16.
And Ashwaya's 26. So 16 and 14, that includes your plus 10 from Pass Without Trace.
Oh, no.
So you're 26, but you are 14. Okay, cool. So the darkness seems to follow you from the cave behind as you all very slowly, carefully step through. There is that sound of creaking armor as the various connections, especially on Nuada, this big heavy plate armor, and the lightning crackling between the joints. And the lightning, as it does, a sort of soft blue glows coming from him. And as much as, like, Iggy, you kind of bring the shadows in to sort of dampen it down, you all slowly make your way into this large open space. And the steps beyond.
Before we go into it, can we see...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you've already described it. Yeah. But can we see if there's anybody there? Like, is anybody...
Make a perception check. And anyone else who'd like to, feel free.
13.
14 or 13?
13.
13. You do not make out any people at this point.
16.
16, neither do you. Nui? Muted.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
With
For a total of?
10. With plus 10 with a total of 30.
Cool. So, Nui.
Mm-hmm.
30. What a fantastic couple of rolls. Clinging to the shadows, keeping yourself as small and out of sight as possible, you find yourself creeping close to the rock edge, and looking up, you can see that bright red glow centered in that the platform above you. And as you stare fixated on it, anticipating what is waiting for you at the top, you see the very occasional shadow as something or someone moves past the light. If there's anyone else here, that's where they are.
Great. I'll share that information with everybody.
I will also say, with a 30, being as high as that is, you catch very faintly, carried on that sea breeze, words. Chanting, musical, and reminiscent of a night you had so many years ago.
Spooky. So she's, now he's a bit shaken. She's looking a bit worried. But she turns to everybody and very quietly shares that information, and that the people are over there likely to be.
I will ethereal step. I think that's what it's called. I don't know.
The ethereal step.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Pass through planes.
Oh.
But or not pass through. Go.
Ethereal plane.
Yeah, go into the. So I can I'll let Matt narrate it.
So as you're all kind of stepping out through the darkness, and a reminder, Orcane, this lasts for 6 seconds. Orcane, as he walks forward, slowly begins to sort of dissolve out, fading into nothingness. And Orcane, from your perspective, you get that, and I've used although this group perhaps doesn't know the reference as well as, but like that, Lord of the Rings, when he puts the ring on, everything goes to this sort of blue shade, sort of ghostly, spectral, as you sort of step into that ethereal plane.
Can I be timey-wimey really quick? I would really like to have done. I have something that increases my speed, but I can't remember what.
You have Zephyr Strike, I think.
I do have Zephyr Strike.
I think that gives you a short burst of speed.
Yes, it does.
I'm not sure if there's anything else you're thinking of.
No,
I don't have your sheet open.
That works. Great. So before that, I casted Zephyr Strike. Amazing.
Okay.
So it lasts an action. I want to go out. I want to go around and up, or however. I want to go see what's up there. And if I have to go through, I'm fine with that.
Just need to check one thing real quick.
You can check on 2 things.
Oh, aren't I lucky?
You know, Nui. So while this is happening, Nui, we're gonna get out of this alive, and we're gonna end this cult, and you're gonna be free of this torment. I know that for certain. Which means that afterwards, I'll probably head back home to Cadmus and wait for Sardior to send me on my next quest. So I just want to say that you are one of the strangest, most delightful people I've ever met, and it has been an honor to serve you.
This feels like wedding vows. Nui tears up a little.
I'm sorry, can we pause for a second? Did you expect in our wedding vows for me to say that I was going to serve you? It's been an honor to serve you. Because I'll say it.
Put your life down on the line. Why do you laugh?
I've had the time of my life with you guys. You're my first real friends.
She says once Orcane's left. Wow.
Also, did we give Orcane the poison? Timey-wimey that?
No.
Can we timey-wimey that?
So I had poison.
No, he just tears up and nods while you're talking.
I hope you come to Cadmus and I get to see you play your songs.
I hope so too. George, were you going to say something? I thought like before, but never mind then.
Oh, it's the timey-wimey poison. Don't worry.
Orcane. With your with Zephyr Strike, if you you get a one-time bonus of 30 feet speed. That gives you 65 movement speed. If you want to move, you can go straight up to try and get a better sight, or you can try and go diagonal to try and also close the distance. But in either case, you are moving through air, like swimming through air. So it does halve your movement speed back down to 30 feet. You may dash if you wish. So that brings your... But bear in mind, when the spell ends, you would fall from wherever you are, right? Because you'd come back into the material plane. So if you were to action dash, you'd have a total of 130 feet movement, which halves to 65 if you are moving in a vertical plane. It's probably 50 feet from where you guys are, unless you obviously want to say you cast this later, but 50 feet from where you are to the base of the stairs that then lead up diagonally about 50 to 100 feet, like diagonally out over the sea.
What slide is this?
Well, I put a sort of reference image on 118.
Because my brain. Whew.
It's not measured out, but just to give you some idea of.
We're in that.
So you would be, 1 second. I'm just going to use a generic image. So y'all would be like down here. That would be 50 feet away. And then it's another probably like 75 or so feet to the top.
But if I just went straight, what?
So if you were to go straight up,
Yeah,
and use your action to dash,
mm-hmm.
you would be able to go. Let me try and think. So, well, you could go 65 feet up, but then you would fall 65 feet, which has its own risks. Or you could go up like 30 feet or 35 feet and then run back down 30 feet and, you know, you only fall 5 feet or so. But even that is not going to be the height.
Can I actually
like
halfway, see where that's getting? Like, can I like go?
If you were to go your full movement up, you still would not be in line with the top of the platform.
What if I was diagonal?
Same issue. It's the height that's the issue.
Oh, well, then if I saw that there was still if there's that much far to go without me being seen, I'd go up a little bit more before I go ethereal. Nia doesn't understand, but Arcane sees more than I do.
That's okay. So I did kind of say as well, like if you want to do that whole thing when you get to the base of the steps, it's then essentially more or less about 50, 60 feet directly up. Now, with the ethereal step and the Zephyr Strike combination, you could go 60 feet straight up, but then you fall 60 feet.
Yeah.
Because that takes the full round of movement to get that high.
I'll do it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, as you're all kind of creeping away towards this structure, you begin to get closer. Ushuaia has her heart-to-heart moment, and then Arcane steps into etherealness, and it's this really weird thing as you take steps on air, and it's like that like running on custard type thing where if you move quick enough, it keeps you moving, propelling upwards, and you just charge like running straight up, like running up a ladder but only using your legs, just charging straight upwards. And as you reach the kind of pinnacle of your movement, you become level with this stone platform. It's got this like low, probably like 2-3 foot kind of lip around the edge. There are a number of pillars, and in the dead center there is a pyre being built, and it is glowing with this orange glow. And in this heartbeat of a moment, as you're looking up, you can see a scattering half dozen or so cloaked, hooded figures. A number of other figures not in cloaks, armed, equipped. Yes, Thor, it's very exciting. With various weaponry. And in the center, stood with its back illuminated by the flames, is this large, beefy, blue-faced orc, massive tusks, 5-6 foot glaive in his hand. And just as the spell ends and you begin to drop, you see this short, red-haired woman chained to the post in the middle, where the fires are beginning to lick at her heels, and you begin to plummet. You are now falling 60 feet. Is there anything you'd like to do to stop your fall?
Okay, I really hope this doesn't kill me. I was gonna like fall 30 feet and then Misty Step just safe into the ground.
Okay. So essentially what that would do is it'd give you the fall of 30 feet's worth rather than 60 feet's worth, because you still fall 30 feet and then you teleport to the end to kind of cut the motion short. Okay, so I would like a...
You scream, catch me, catch me! No, I don't scream because that gives it away.
Okay, so we're going to do a couple of things. First things first, I'm going to want a... Let's call it a wisdom save to stop yourself from screaming when you start falling.
Can I just like go into like my meditation training and like can I roll with advantage?
You can roll.
8.
Okay, so you do let out this instinctive sort of scream or whatever noise it might be from Orcane. Then I'm going to ask you. Then I'm going to ask you for a dexterity save. You're able to let off the spell, but you are going to need. We're going to see if you can kind of roll out some of the damage.
26.
When you land. 26. Okay, cool. So rather than taking the full brunt of force, you know how to combat roll. So you only take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. And of course, do expend 1 use of Misty Step. As you crash, combat roll, a little bit, bruised, and they're the 5 of you are with, or 4 of you with Orcane in the middle.
That was so dangerous.
I'll.
What?
Can I suggest we hide real quick?
Yes. Yes, we should hide.
Find a, I don't know, underneath the podium, rock or something, anything that we can use as cover just to hide for a sec. Pass
Okay,
without
everyone
trace
make
is
a
still
stealth check.
So add 10. I got a.
Okay, starting from Iggy.
I got a natural 20 for a 32.
Nice. Nuda.
20.
Nui.
I also got natural 20 for a total of 26.
Orcane.
27.
And Ushuaia.
This is really crazy because I also got a natural 20, but for stealth I rolled disadvantage. And my total is 27. Just like Arcade.
Good rolling round. The 5 of you dip into the shadows and listen with bated breath, sinking in total darkness. And then you hear a piercing scream that tears through the stillness of the night. There is a kind of flash of illuminating fire as the steps are engulfed in that sort of flickering orange and red. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, God.
Thank you for joining us. And I will thank, of course, Sirenscape for this incredible atmospheric music. And to Tom Kartos, whose tokens and artwork we've seen, as well as Offbeat's World for our character art. You can find Bonus Action Vibe again here on Twitch every Sunday, 7 p.m. BST. And please do follow our socials at Bonus Action Vibe, where all great socials are found. See you right here next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, God, that's a cliffhanger.